Hey, what's up, traders and investors? Welcome back to the Trading Analysis YouTube channel. Bennett Tyndall here, Tuesday afternoon, February 8th, 2022. We're back to talk about the stock of Moderna. Moderna rallied over 4,200%. You heard that right, 4,200% from August of 2019 through August of 21, with the stock now trading over 70% off the highs. The question becomes, is it time to buy, or do we have further to go on the downside? Let's hit the Motive Wave platform, take a look at the wave count, and let's see what the hard right edge of the chart is telling us about Moderna. All right, traders, let's hit it. Hard right edge of the Motive Wave platform. Again, we appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check out the content. Looking at Moderna, ticker MRNA. This is a company that went public in Q4 of 2018, but they were actually founded back in September of 2010. Now, they had no approved drugs in the pipeline prior to the coronavirus pandemic, but as you can see, they've enjoyed a very healthy rally to the tune of better than 4,200% between August of 19 and August of 21. Absolutely incredible. Many traders, many investors are wondering, with the stock off 70% from its high, is now the time to get after it. And looking at the chart, the hard right edge of the Motive Wave platform, dissecting the underlying collective sentiment that's driving price action, we still feel there's further downside ahead. If we're wrong, fortunately, Elliott Wave will provide us with the developments we need to begin looking again on the long side for Moderna. But in the meantime, we still see further decline ahead. Looking at the chart, and we'll go ahead and go full screen here, we can see December of 2018, the stock IPOs. We rally north of 22, sell off to 12, rally to 30, sell off to 11. And it's August of 2019 that we get the first evidence of a five-wave trend establishing development. This is establishing a bullish uptrend. It started in August of 2019. We complete the first five-wave structure in January of 20. We correct lower in through February of 20. Notice we find support at the vicinity of the previous fourth wave, and then we start the third wave breakout. Along the way, we've had corrections that do tend to echo, in that we had a 46% decline in March of 20. We then had another 46% decline in May of 20. The more recent decline back in December of 20 into January of 21 was actually about a 42% correction. From there, we rally all the way up to just shy of $500 a share. We do find resistance at one of the very key Elliott Wave channeling techniques. Now, many ways to draw trend channels. You can draw base channels, you can draw extensions, etc. But in the world of Elliott Wave, there are two distinct channeling techniques that we utilize. One of those techniques include, when we have waves 1, 2, 3, and 4 complete, we draw a trend line from the low of 2 through the low of 4, project our parallel trend line over the top of wave 3, and that, when used in combination with wave 5 fib objectives, often substantiates and gives you the zone of resistance that completes the wave 5 rally. In this case, we do feel that is exactly what happened. Now, before we dive into what's unfolded from the August 21 high for Moderna, I want to address the 1-2-1-2 development that we have back here in March of 2020. You might be looking at this and thinking, well, my goodness, doesn't this present a degree violation? Because we know Elliott Wave is fractal. We have a wave 2 here, in this case, of a smaller degree that is exhibiting a larger percent retracement. That is typically a no-no in the world of Elliott Wave. But with experience, one learns that those degree violations can present in either duration or magnitude and still remain valid for the overall duration of the upside move. So looking at this, while the pullback here in green, minor degree wave 2, was of a larger net percent retracement than its parent wave 2 of the intermediate degree, the wave 2 of the intermediate degree is still of a longer duration. So this is an instance where you have to allow for the exception and allow for that, quote, degree violation to occur, at least in magnitude, but not in time. So from those lows, we rally up in wave 3, correct sideways in wave 4. We'll go full screen on the charts. Up in wave 3, sideways in wave 4, big sideways consolidation. We see this chart has traded out two very distinctive Elliott Wave triangles. And then going into the high, We mentioned the 243 trend channel giving us the resistance. And now I want you to take a note of where the chart has gone and what levels we are watching moving forward. So zooming in on price action, we're sitting on a daily chart of Moderna. And if we take a look at what's occurred from that August 2021 high, where Moderna was trading a 497 handle, we see evidence of a 5-wave decline. That 5-wave decline found support in November of 21, and from November of 21, we retrace in the B wave. The B wave retraced 61%, or just beyond 61% of the decline from the all-time high, and then it gave way to another trend-establishing decline, another 61% to 78.6% retracement, and then we get the big wave 3. The big wave 3 has already met its 1618 3v1 relationship, and we've now seen an A, B, C counter trend move finding resistance at an equality projection, 178.45. Another interesting note about the November 21 high where we reject the 618 retracement is that happened to be where the 243 Elliott wave trend channel existed. In fact, you can see the evidence of support attempted at this upside trend line. We break the support, we move back up, and this whole range now turns into resistance. Now, when looking to determine when and where a motive structure may come to completion, we have to analyze and dissect its subdivisions. And looking at the structure for Moderna, we don't yet have evidence to say that either wave C in our count, or alternatively, and I'll go ahead and put these alternate markers on, alternatively, this was wave 1 instead of A, and this was wave 2 instead of B, which means the downside zone of support that I'll be discussing here in a minute could prove to be wave 3. We go in wave 4, and then we ultimately see a new low in wave 5. I'm remaining a bit more optimistic, and I do think that this big 3-wave correction, which is now taking us into the 4th wave, does have the possibility to flip the script on the 100 handle and turn this range into support. You'll notice back here in July of 20, we meet resistance right at about $100 a share. As we break above it, which we have brief instance of resistance noted here, we correct and then break through it. We test it as support here. So former resistance, and I'll go ahead and turn this into a red arrow for you, has now turned into support. Here we are, now some 70% off the highs, and many are wondering if now is the time to be considering adding shares of Moderna. Looking at the hard right edge of the chart, we can't help but see another decline ahead. Getting off of the daily and taking you down to a 195-minute time frame, you'll notice that the move into the first met our equality wave 4 retracement. This was just shy of a 38% retracement and just shy of equality to wave 2 of the same degree. So this is very appropriate to be a wave 4 pairing up to this wave 2 here. That now suggests that Moderna is gearing up to break south of 138.17 and potentially move as low as $93.99, which would be the 1618 relationship of wave C compared to A, or alternatively wave 3 compared to wave 1. Taking this a step further and taking you down to the 1-hour chart, our more extreme wave 5 fib objective, includes a 61% relationship of orange wave 5 compared to 1 and 3. Said otherwise, if you were to take a fib measurement of the decline from the origin of wave 1 through the low of wave 3, then project that from the high of wave 4, look for that 61% projection. That takes you right to 95.35. So this is our extreme downside cluster. The more conservative cluster would come into play at about 109.86. That's where our wave 5 and wave 1 equality comes in. Wave 5 and 1 equality are very common when you have an extended third wave development. So this now tells us to expect another break lower. We've got a zone of fib support offered from multiple degrees of trend. We have the subdivision of wave C offering fib projections into that range. And then we also have the parent wave C, which is offering the wave A projections from the B wave high, taking us down near 100. Now, taking you back out to the daily chart, you'll notice all of this range revolves around what was former resistance near 97 to 100, which flipped the script and turned into support of December of 20. That suggests wave 5 will take us back to the December 2020 low, and that, ladies and gentlemen, traders and investors, is where the chart of Moderna has the potential from a technical perspective to find support, base, and then potentially print a mode of establishment on the upside. In a perfect world, the rally that we've seen from August of 19 through August of 21 would prove to be wave 1. And all of this correction that we're looking at would be wave 2, and then we would go in a monstrous third wave. That's a bit optimistic considering we came off of a 4,200% rally, and I'm not ready to make that wave count possible just yet. I would prefer to take this stock one development at a time. So zooming back in here, what we would need to see in the event we break south of 138.17, first, we need to see a completed motive wave in orange wave 5, wherever that takes us. If we have evidence of 5 waves into support, beautiful. If we don't quite meet support, but we get a 5-wave completion, that's when we need to watch how price action responds on the upside. If you get a motive 5-wave trend establishing development, then met with the corrective retracement, that is where you will have an incredible, very favorable risk-reward opportunity, because what one could do in that case is post motive wave development into a correction. Let's say we retrace 50%. You can then establish a zone of risk down back to the low. So maybe you entertain 25%, you assume 25% of downside risk to potentially yield a move back to the highs, which would be about 300% return. Good example of why many people utilize Elliott wave as a trading methodology. So that's our view on Moderna. And to take it a step further, I want you to notice this move here in wave 3. We don't quite have a clear high conviction 5-wave subdivision in wave 3. That actually says then that we may be in just wave 4 of wave 3, which is an even more bearish view, but still takes us down to that $100 a share level. So that's our target for Moderna moving forward. Maybe I'll take a jab at it when we get down to those levels. Too soon, I apologize. I can't help but see further decline ahead. Not quite ready to put this one on my buy list personally. I do think the hard right edge of this chart is absolutely suggesting that we get another move back. We confirm that range of support near 100, and then maybe it'll be go time for Moderna. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe with notifications to stay up to date with myself and the Trading Analysis team. Check us out every Wednesday morning, 8:45 Eastern, right here on this channel for TA Live. Myself, Terry, and Alex get together to bring you the best, most recent market coverage. And then, of course, if you're interested in the cryptocurrency markets, please check out Crypto Lab with Alex right here, same channel, every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Do appreciate all of you tuning in. Check us out anytime, tradinganalysis.com. Have a good one. We'll see you guys on the next video update. Take care.